Okay, so we've been in Thanksgiving recess. Has anything changed?
Been gone 10 days and actually got UC'd until 4 a.m. Right before I left, and really nothing's changed. We haven't talked to anybody. Nobody's reached out. We're still on hold and waiting for communication either from the Pentagon or the White House. Now, we are doing the NDAA. I don't know whether the language is going to be in there for the abortion policy. We'll have to wait and see on that. But looking for some kind of resolution to work. Now, they might bypass me in the next couple of weeks with the rules resolution that they pass. So I can't control that, so I'm not even worried about that one.
Does that seem like the only way out of this at this point?
Well, now we got a couple other things working, but I don't know whether it's going to happen before they would probably try to do a resolution, because I read something where Senator Schumer said that they're probably going to do it in the next couple of weeks. I don't know whether my proposition of getting this over with would happen before then.
So, nothing has changed.
No, nothing's changed. I don't know if they've added any more to the list. I haven't heard. Usually I hear. I don't think they have, but no, we're still in the holding pattern.
So even after that whole episode that went to 4 a.m, no one called you afterwards to try to cut a deal with you on this?
No, haven't heard from anybody.
Republicans too?
No Republicans. I think everybody was excited about getting out of town for Thanksgiving holidays, and everybody's been fairly busy, I guess, for the last couple of weeks with what's going on with Israel and Gaza, and then, of course, what's happening in Ukraine. I'm not on top of the list and trying to work a problem out. Of course, this is a problem, and I'd like to get it done.
So if they add language in the NDAA, will that change your approach, or does that not go far enough?
No, it probably would if they would leave it in there from the House and the Senate. Of course, President Biden would have to sign it. I probably would not wait until that point. If it stayed in, I think he'd have a hard time vetoing, the NDAA. But I don't know whether it's going to be in there or not. We're having a conference this week, I think Wednesday, and we'll see then.
So if it stays in the Senate version,
and the House version,
and it passes the Senate, then you would relinquish.
Because that's the policy's in.
Now, what if it's just in the bill that comes to the floor? Is that good enough, or does it have to actually pass the Senate?
No, it has to be in both sides of the NDAA. Now it's in the House as we speak.
And that's revoking the policy.
Right. Exactly.
So that could be enough. But if it's not in there, if it's on the Senate version, then what?
Well, I got a couple other options, but they probably won't happen until after the first of the year. So that would be the only viable option. Other than that, and of course, having some conversation and maybe working some kind of language out with the SecDef or the president.
So you're not feeling any pressure to back down?
No, haven't heard from anybody. Of course, several of my colleagues are getting a little frustrated, the military ones. But I'm all for the military. I'm all for giving these people their promotions. But it's only power you have. I mean, you and I have talked about this, and it seems like nobody's really interested in sitting down and saying, let's work out a compromise.
But the Republicans going to the floor, going all night, that does nothing to move you.
No, I got tired sitting there. But I had Mike Lee with me this time, and so that went a lot better than the other one when I sat there for 4.5 hours, just myself, having to object all night. So it went a little bit smoother, but I can understand everybody's frustration, just like mine. We got a lot of problems in this country. This shouldn't be a problem. It should be worked out very easily, but unfortunately, as you and I have talked, you'd think there would be some conversation, but there really hasn't been.
And you're not worried about the national security implications of the hold?
No. As I've told you, I've talked to admirals and generals. I've had people call me. Now, I've had people call me over the holidays saying, keep doing what you're doing. We're not having any problem.
Who are those people?
Well, there are people that are in the military. I wouldn't throw anybody underneath the bus, but...
You can't name names?
No, I'm not going to name anybody, but it's good to hear from people that are actually doing what they're doing. And again, there's no job that's unfilled. probably a lot of these admirals and generals are doing their job that they will be promoted to already. They just don't have their extra star or, getting their time in at that position.
So you're saying people from the military called you over the recess and told you to stand firm.
I hear from them all the time. It just hadn't been over the recess. I've heard them from the last 9, 10 months.
And that takes precedence over your colleagues here, Republican leaders, the Pentagon.
Yeah. I actually listen to people that are in the fight, so to speak, that are actually doing the jobs, and people that have also been there.
Some that are doing the jobs are calling on you to drop your role too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's people that I respect that have been in those positions before, that are not there anymore, that are retired, and some that are in those positions now that are doing those jobs, that are telling me, hey, listen, don't worry about this. The job will be done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So what's going to happen at the beginning of the year? You said you have some ideas at the beginning of the year.
I've got a couple of things working that would go past the first of the year. So,
what do you mean by that?
Well, that we're working on to try to work this out. A couple of other situations.
Like the lawsuit discussion? Or?
Yeah, that's one, but that's not really one of the two I'm talking about. But the NDAA, again, hopefully that could work out. Mm-hmm. But again, we'll find out this week. Mm-hmm. But I'm not counting on it. I would hope that it would. I think Congressman Jackson's language in the House version is exactly, what I would put in ours here. Mm-hmm. I'm on the conference committee. We'll see what happens Wednesday when we try to combine those. And Mike Rogers is the chairman of the Armed Services in the House from Alabama. And so that's another plus for me, I guess. I've never been through one of these conference meetings. This will be one of the first times.
And when you hear the Dan Sullivan's of the world saying you're putting the security of the country at risk?
Everybody's got their own opinion.
You just disagree?
Yeah, disagree.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, that